now to the Texas border agent Lee Smith, who's not surprised that we keep seeing these kinds of attacks and stories. He joins us on the phone now from Alpine, Texas. They keep happening, Lee, and I'm wondering if you fear we're going to see a lot more.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all, Mr. Caruso. You're right. These are nothing new to us as agents. We see these types of attacks happen regularly, predominantly out west in the Tucson sector. They happen regularly in RGB. It's just horrible that an agent was attacked and killed off duty.
Well, what happened here with the increase in incidents? We're told that even those that aren't violent, but just these altercations, they're just pouring through the border. What's going on here?
Well, I think the news agencies have talked to Sean Moran. They've talked to Chris Cabrera, the vice president down in RGB. I think they've painted a clear picture of what's happening. You know, we know that these cartels are using these family units, these women, these children, as shields to push other things aside from family units into the United States.
Now, what do you fear now? I mean, obviously, given the latest news of all these tens of thousands of, illegal, largely kids who arrived here over the last few months, do you fear that behind them will be the adults, their adult relatives, or the coyotes, or whatever, that it's going to get more complicated?
It will get more complicated. We know that some of these adults have criminal histories outside of the United States. We can't track those criminal histories. We have no idea what they're accused of. We know that they're using these children as shields. They're coming in and claiming these children as their own children. Some of the children who have criminal histories in other countries are coming in, and because they're children and we can't track those criminal histories, we're then turning those individuals out, and they're released into the country from there.
Obviously now we're at a crossroads here. The administration has its plan, and then we're seeing Republicans with their own plan. Republicans want more border security. They say the president's plan doesn't really offer that. In the middle of this, as you know, we have Governor Perry of Texas putting 3,000 National Guardsmen along the border right now at the cost of Texas taxpayers. So far, the federal government isn't paying for that. What do you think of that, and will that work?
Well, this isn't just a failed policy by this administration. This has been going on, or was going on in the past administration under Bush. It's just a continued practice that we've seen for a number of years.
So we just need more guardsmen? I guess that I wasn't clear on my point then, Lee. Do you think we need more just folks at the border? More guardsmen, more police, anything, but just more boots on the ground at the border?
Well, what we're seeing right now is currently agents are facing a pay cut, and their staffing levels have been reduced. If we're overwhelmed and pay has been cut, we can't have as many people on the border as we need to have at any given time. And that's been the National Border Patrol Council's focus is pay reform. We feel that if we can straighten out the pay with the agents currently, that we can then in turn have more agents in the field at any given time.
Well, how would more pay for the agents create more agents?
Well, right now, because we have a reduced budget and we're still facing sequestration in 2016, what that means is we have to manage how many hours that we're paying agents.
I see.
So if we can straighten that side of the house out in terms of pay, we can keep more people out there in the field at any given time.
But in the meantime, the way things are going, you're not really encouraged.
Not at all. I've seen some of the news channels that have run the piece with the agent at one of the checkpoints. Right. That's across the board. That's not an isolated incident. I think that is the general feeling amongst agents right now.
This idea that anything goes, that gone are the days that we were going to be aggressive about policing this, right?
Absolutely.
Interesting. Lee Smith, National Border Patrol Council, Local 2509. Thank you very, very much.